Man, the videos I've seen about Danjin, dude, I mean, holy, I've seen my share of YouTube videos, and I'm very impressed of how very some content creators manage to use Danjin as a content killer, a content god killer in Wuthering Waves. So I really wanted to try her out. So this is the first battle I had to test her out. I have her at level 80 right now. It's not the best build. I mean, it's not even scratching the surface of the videos that you can find about Danjin. You really want to check out those videos because you are not gonna believe how I've seen comments of people that are Danjin mains that they are so masochist. I really don't understand why, but the way they play, man. I mean, Danjin is very good. I have her at level 80, and I want to talk about her a little bit. I want to show you how she develops in battle. Right now, I have her in a team with Danjin and Verina. Robert is mostly there as filler, and I'm very impressed. I really don't think if I was a lunatic, as the other content creators that use Danjin, I probably wouldn't even be worried about having another Halo character in quite some time. Why is Danjin good? Well, Danjin is pretty much you can play as a solo DPS or even as a hybrid for more support your role. We're gonna check out the abilities that you get each time you have an extra copy of Danjin until you get the 6 copies. You can use it as a long and a short rotation depending on what you need. She's a sword character. She is the main reason that you want to equip her with a 5-star sword. Right now I'm using the Lumin Gloss sword on her, which is the sword that you get on the battle pass. She is a very good main DPS. She doesn't even appears to be a 4-star. She could be even 5-star, but by the things that she can do. I mean, her abilities we're gonna see her in a little bit. I want to show you the next battle that I had with Dreamless, and I'm repeating the team, but I'm not using Rover. Danjin is focusing on making as much damage as possible, and well, Benina, I have her because I'm really not that good, and if I didn't have Verina, I'm dead. I am dead. So I'm not afraid of saying that I'm not as crazy as the other content creators that I have, but man, you really want to check those videos. They're gonna blow your mind. But I did my best. I really like Danjin. I think that I have a whole team on my own with this one. I just need for Wuthering Waves for Kuro Games to release more support for Havoc, and it's gonna be huge. I'm gonna have my own team with Danjin, and I promise you that I'm gonna keep building her. But she has a bit of a negative thing for her because she is a very high risk, high reward character. You are probably gonna be at the point of death pretty much every time you use her because you want to use her as a main DPS. Now, you don't have to be a maniac and solo everything with Danjin, but you want to really think about, I mean, for all the players that are Genshin Impact players out here, I really believe that the way she plays it's a little bit similar to Hu Tao. She doesn't win any extra abilities or passive capabilities. If you are running her on 1 HP, Hu Tao, you get that. But mainly, you want to. Oh, I understand why they call them masochists right now. But yeah, Danjin is pretty good. She's a character that not everyone is gonna be enjoying because you really need to take a lot of damage. You really want to be an expert in dodging, which I am not. But man, it was very fun to play this character. And there are a lot of weapons that you can use on her, very free to play weapons. I have the 5-star weapon, the Emerald Genesis, I believe it's called, but I mostly use that on SANHUA. So right now I'm using Lumin Gloss on her, which is a very good weapon. I have Midnight Veil on her, which I'm gonna be explaining a little bit. But yeah, Danjin, wow, surpassed my expectations. It's a very hard character to play, an easy character to build, but hard characters to play. So I'm gonna leave you with the rest of the video, and I'll return in a bit with the build. So my Danjin, as I said previously, is level 80. Attack is well, I have this attack and defense. Crit rate, I can this can be this can go way up. I mean, this is the first set of echoes that I have on her. But yeah, crit damage, this can be also way up. Crit rate, it's very low, but it got me through the 2 battles that I previously showed you. But if you want to really main Danjin, you're gonna be wanting to have much stats as possible. So what I was saying is, I have Lumin Gloss on here, which is focused on attack and percentage attack. When resonance skill is cast, increases basic attack damage and heavy attack damage bonus by 20%, stacking up to 1 time. This effect lasts for 10 seconds and can be triggered 1 time every 1 second. Now, you want to attack with Danjin as much as possible, which the fact that we increase basic damage and heavy attack damage is pretty huge, because we want to make as much damage in any way possible. So the other option that I would recommend is the Emerald Genesis if you have it, mostly because you increase your crit rate and increases energy regeneration by 20.8%. When resonance skill is cast, increases attack by 6%, stacking up to 2 times. Now we are gonna be getting less damage with Emerald Genesis, but we get crit rates, which I really, it does it's worth it actually. So there are 2 sets that you can run on Danjin. The one that I'm running right now is Midnight Veil, but you can also use Havoc Eclipse and Moonlight Clouds. If you want to focus on a Danjin more as a DPS, which is the main reason of this video, you can pick this one, which is Midnight Veil. Is the most new build that you can get for her. I have Lorelei, you want her on crit rate. If you have other means, if with this 4 you cover the crit rate, use crit damage, but try to focus on those 2. Also, you want to focus 2 of these on Havoc damage and other 2 in attack, so you can have a pretty much balancing team. Additionally, you want to pursue the attack, the percentage, and you want to increase heavy attack and normal basic attack, I believe it's called. Yeah, I believe it is. But yeah, as we see, I have crit rate hit. I could have crit damage. I really want to. Man, Echo XP is pretty hard to get, but yeah, you want to get crit rate, crit damage, attack. You basically want to get the main most rare substats in your echoes to fully maximize your Danjin. I mean, that could be said for most of the characters, but it is what it is. So I have this one at 3, the Color Woodle, Havoc damage, crit damage, and resonance skill damage bonus. I have this with attack. They can also be way with, no, basic attack damage isn't important. Alright. Attack and heavy attack damage bonus. So Midnight Veil is an option that you can get, but the main reason that I wanted to focus on building my Danjin is because I got her at 6 resonance chain. Now, the first one, when Danjin attacks a target with resonance skill, incinerate will her attack is increased by 5% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. So we have the percentage damage increase of the echo set. We have the attack increase of the weapon. 20% more with Lumin Gloss, 12% with Emerald of Genesis, and we have additionally 30% of increased attack. Loses 1 stack of this effect each time she takes damage, which is why I was actually telling you, you need to be a master of dodging if you want to use Danjin. I mean, you saw the clips. I really suck at dodging right now. It's a pretty fun mechanic, and if you're a pro, you're not gonna be having issues with her. But if you get her first for her first resonance, you're gonna be getting a lot of you're gonna be getting a lot of extra attack, but you can take damage. So the second one, when the enemy attacks a target with resonance skill incident with her damage dealt is increased by 20%. Much damage, alright. Resonance liberation damage bonus increased by 30%, more damage, okay. When Danjin has more than 60 Ruby Blossom, her crit rate is increased by 50%. This effect lasts until the end of heavy attack, even after all Ruby Blossom is consumed when casting heavy attack Chaos Cliff. Now we go 5th. Danjin Havoc damage bonus increased by 50% and 4 increased by another 50% when her HP is lower than 60%. So this is what we're talking about. You don't really get benefits if you run Danjin with the lowest HP as possible, but you really want to get her to this threshold. You want to get 60% as much, which is why we run the battles with a Danjin pretty low on HP, not lowest, but low, because of this bonus right here. And finally, heavy attackers will increase the attack of all of team members by 20% for 20 seconds. Now, Danjin can be used as a support, but only as a 6-star. I don't believe it's really worth it, because Danjin, you really want to use her as a main DPS if you don't have any Havoc characters. Heck, if you have Havoc characters, you really just wanna go by and use Danjin. But now that I have her as 6-star, I could be running a team based with Danjin, Verina, and heck, I could probably use Camellia also, and Camellia could be my main DPS. Now I don't have really built her up fully. That's for another video. But man, don't sleep on Danjin. I mean, especially if you already have all her resonance skills. I will say that the first one really is a game changer. Mostly because of the you are forced to always dodging. The next one that will change things will be the 5th one, which is the HP. This is the second time that Danjin changes playstyle officially, and the 6th one where she can be run as a support. Now, if we go and check her abilities, I mean, after accumulated, this is the cast clip. Is the one that allows us to accumulate the Ruby Blossoms by using the basic attack. This is the one that you want to focus on leveling up the most. Next one, you want to get her resonance skill and resonance liberation to a pretty standard level. Normal attack is the other one that you should really focus on, and lastly the intro skill. But you really want to unlock these ones. It's increased by 20%, the HP cost and stacks of Blossom recover at double. And after casting the resonance skill, Sanguine Pulse, Danjin's heavy attack damage increased by 3% for 5 seconds. So you can also level these ones up, but these ones are critical because they are passive that you get for your Danjin. Now, as you see, I'm really a long way to show a Danjin like the other videos that you are probably gonna watch after this one. But I really wanted to show you guys the initial potential of Danjin. She is a beast. So go ahead, go look for other videos. If you are beginning for the first anniversary of the game, you want to start playing Wuthering Waves, and you get Danjin, and you get the other copies of Danjin, don't sleep on her, don't miss her out, level her up, it's pretty good. Go watch the other videos that I'm telling you, go support the other creators that are way more masochist and are way more experts than I am. But yeah, you're gonna be having a lot of fun with the builds and the things that people are doing with Danjin. But that will be all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and you can create more amazing content. If you want to support the channel, I'm gonna leave you with a few options down below. I really appreciate you if you do. And well, that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jules, and I'll see you in the next one.